This is gonna be the longest YouTube video. Oh, you mind? The longest YouTube video I've ever made. It's gonna be crazy. Like you're literally. This shit is gonna be long as hell. How can you save someone that doesn't want to save themselves? I have no clue, but I'm gonna try. Am I stupid? Apparently it says I'm not. I feel like my wife, this is the wrong time to walk out with my wife's life. She's going through so much stuff she's having processed. I'm gonna play this song that I used to listen to every day to get over my heartbreak. Perfect don't mean that it's working. So what can I do when you're outside in my mind? 'Cause sometimes I look in her eyes, and that's where I find a glimpse of us. And I try to fall for her touch, but I'm thinking of the way you are. Says that I'm fine, says that I'm alone. I'm only here since the time in her arms, hoping I'll find a place. I really feel like I'm only insecure because women always have this tendency to leave me for men. And then I had a few of people I talked to my family members, and one of them was messing with my family member when they was messing with me, and I found out, you know, and it's completely shattered my confidence. Like my whole entire life, I was constantly compared to men, or I had no choice but to, you know. I was always with the boys. I was always playing basketball with the boys. No girl really wanted to play basketball. My sister tried, but it really wasn't her. She was girly, you know. So I was always with the guys. I was always comparing myself to guys constantly my whole entire life. And then I got my heart broken to a guy, and that constantly, like, that really shattered my ego, because I was so used to beating guys in basketball. I was so used to beating them in track, in anything pretty much, and I couldn't beat them when it came to someone choosing me that I liked. And ever since then, it's been up from there, you know. And this is probably why I felt like I would never get married, but unfortunately my overthinking could be true. You know, I could be losing my wife to a man, and I find it just crazy that could be the case, because it's just like I have everyone in my ear constantly. Oh, Ferg, you need to try some penis or whatever, and I'm just like, I'm not interested. It feels like I can't even be comfortable in my sexuality because I have people trying to push me out of it. I have people who are laughing at me because the way that I carry myself sexually. And I have people constantly in my ear saying my wife is gonna cheat on me with a man. And most of the issues that we're having in our marriage is because a man. And I know I have an insecurity that comes into play, but it's just like, why haven't I met anyone that made me feel like I can be safe and secure? Like, why am I so hard to be obligated to? What is it about me that isn't enough? that hoe. Why? Why give up on someone that you chose? She's scared of being looked at different than actually changing. And once I get her to make it feel, or make her feel like no one's looking at her different and I'm not looking at her different, things will change, you know? If I start getting carry on to be like, hey, carry on, talk to my wife, see how she's doing, not feeling like everybody hates her. I don't think I'm the devil. For so long, I thought I couldn't be married to a female. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was not at peace with myself at all. You know, me being a homosexual and then me being Christian, like, it's just, that's not normal, you know, in my household. You know? At all. So, like, my grandma's a first lady to a pastor. My great grandma husband was a pastor. All in church. You know? It's not normal to be a Christian homosexual also, you know? Well, it's normalized in the world, but in the household, no. I never ever thought that I'd get married ever. Like, I was like, I'm not gonna be happy. I'm not gonna be happy, you know? And like, boom. We get married at 21. No, I got married at 20, you know? And so much immaturity that I have, you know? I didn't properly heal from all my trauma, all my past relationships, and all my life, you know? And there's some ways that I could have changed that I projected onto my wife. And I didn't, you know? It's like I created my own monster, you know? No, I'm not the reason my wife's not talking to me, but I'm part of it. Maybe she'll change, you know? I feel like everybody hates me, you know, sometimes, but that doesn't mean I be feeling like her friends hate me, you know? Which they're not really even her friends, but wondering what she doing. I'm going crazy. So stop wondering. It's always raining because I'm always overthinking about my wife. I'm going through my first marriage. I'm away from home. My wife is damn near 1,000 miles away from me. I can't see her. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know nothing. And I'm in the military. If your wife ain't texting you, she getting banged. Just imagine how many people are in my ear about my wife. Imagine. You know how many people are telling me I'm a fool? And yeah, some days I do feel like a fool. Trust me. Some days I do.
This is done.
But you can't assume someone's cheating just because you find some shit you want to see. Like, I never really... My wife... I can't say she's cheating on me. I can say it's weird how she's not texting me. But I've always been so about who I'm with my whole entire life. And never really made time for the hobbies I like. So I believe everything happens for a reason. My wife hasn't got to process her thoughts since she's been with me. And I haven't got to process my mind. So, moral of the story, guys, is you can't change somebody that wants to be changed, but you damn sure can try. You know, maybe I need to change my approach. I know she'll come back to me when she's ready. Which sucks that I'm waiting on somebody to come back to me when they're ready, but when you really love someone. I keep double backing, so look at this. Look at... Hey, Javon, I have... Look. Where is my baby? Is it easy? even harder when you know your wife's schedule and you know she's ignoring you and you're still trying. Anyways, I read her something for 1 Corinthians, and my Islam is kind of crooked, but I read her for something from James, chapter 4, verse 14, I think, something like that. And read it to her. I'm not gonna always expect something back, you know. Sometimes I just gotta let it be. This is so hard. I guess the Lord is testing my faith and her faith. Or he just testing me. I feel stupid. And now, guess who's the one losing sleep? Me. Not her, me. I'm slowly starting to detach myself. Because now I'm starting to question, why do I even want to stay with someone that treats me like that? I really don't. I know y'all wondering why I made this video or why this video is being made. It's really a therapy for me. You know, I like making videos. I've always liked editing videos. I always want to do like something about myself that I could just come back and watch and be like, wow, you know, that's actually how I feel. You know, I know how other people feel. We probably feel alike, you know, maybe I'm helping someone. So I hope this video inspires someone to talk about their feelings and to understand that you're not the only one possibly dealing with what you're dealing with, because I'm dealing with it too. And it's someone out there that's just like you. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it's not to make fun of me, because, you know, I'm being very vulnerable, and I feel like you shouldn't shame someone for being themselves or doing something they like or love, you know, especially if it's not harming anyone. This video is very hard to make. It took a lot of time to edit, and it still is taking a lot of time to edit, but I really did put a lot of effort and time into this video. So I really hope you guys enjoy it, and I really hope I don't offend anyone. This is just how I feel. I don't really know how my wife feels, you know. I know how she feels somewhat, but you know, this is just my side of things, you know. My wife's not a bad person. No one is a bad person. We all just make mistakes.